Most people think that there is no need in Ballantyne, and they look around and they say, everyone's fine. Well, of course, everyone wants to be fine, and so they do everything in their power to make themselves blend in. But Ballantyne Families is here to say, I see you.
At Aldrich High School, we do a wide, diverse population at the school. There's a variety of needs at the school. I deal with families that have housing issues, so they have housing instability. I also deal with families that have food insecurity. Those are a lot of the needs that I deal with on a day-to-day basis.
When my granddaughter started high school at Aldrich last year, she had met Mr. Rochester there. One or two times she was at lunch and she wasn't eating. She told me that he came up to her and was talking to her, and he was asking her why she wasn't eating. And she said something like, oh, I'm not hungry. Or the next time it was, I don't like the lunch today. I actually got a phone call from him, and he ended up telling me about the program if I ever needed it.
Building trust and building relationship with the student, I think, is key, and with the family, because it's hard for families to come forth and tell you about needs that they have, because there's a lot of shame based around needing help.
Ballantyne Families really saw the need before the school did.
A couple years before COVID, I had reached out to Valerie and said, are there families who need help? And she said, yes, there are. And so she identified about 25 families along with her team, and we provided Thanksgiving bags for those families. And after that, I was like, oh, that was easy. And there are really families that are here in our schools that need help. So a year later, I worked with all the counselors at each one of the schools, and they identified families who were in need. And we provided 100 families with Thanksgiving basket of food. That was just the beginning. So we just figured out, wow, there really is need here.
The need is still growing. We've seen our free and reduced lunch numbers increase significantly, which could come with job loss or illness. Ballantyne Families fills that niche by helping out with one thing that we all know that we need.
We provide support in two ways. One is annual giving, either through gift cards or food, and always encouraging notes from the community. And then the second way is through the pantry, and that is a weekly pantry request that families can make through their school counselor or social worker, and we have volunteers that fill those requests and deliver the food back to the school.
Just because you move to the area does not mean that you have it all. Sometimes people are living amongst the Joneses and they still suffer in other ways. And with the influx of people moving to this area, it's increasing the prices across the board. As a mom, you have to do what you have to do in order to provide for your children. Leaning on the Ballantyne Families program really allowed me to do that. And it wasn't any shame, because I knew that a lot of people were in my shoes. The amount of gratitude to see the little cards that the children made just put a smile. I'm kind of getting choked up now. Just put a smile on my face when you're going through those times that you least expect what happened.
We don't get to have contact with families because we aren't working with them directly. The counselors and the social workers do. But through those thank you notes and through the tales of the counselors and the social workers, we know that we're making a difference, and you just can't stop.
As I've gotten older, I've realized that the village does not have to be blood. The village can be a complete stranger that you meet off the street that wants to genuinely help you. And that right there is priceless.